All right, we're live. Hello, Maree. Hello, Jazzy. Hello, everybody on the chat. Thank you for being here. How's Jazzy doing?
Yeah, Jazzy's good. Yeah, he's been, what's the word? He's just been calm. So, which is really nice. He hasn't been jumping out and trying to get messages across. Yeah, he's just cruising. So, yeah.
Mm.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Elisa. And how are you doing?
Well, as I was mentioning before, it's awfully wet over here, and it's really, no, it's not affecting me, but it's like frustrating me. Last year, the weather here was stunning, and every day was clear blue skies and nice and cold, but you could go to the beach and it was just nice. And now it's just like rainy and muggy every day, and it's gray skies every day, and you can see they're created, like you can even see
Yeah.
the lines. And so yeah, how about you?
Yeah, look, it's much the same. Like I was saying this morning to Elisa, guys, that we've got a pool and I had to empty it again. We've just had rain just coming down through the night. Grey skies. I mean, yes, it's our wet tropical season, but it's not usually like this. It's usually in the afternoon you get a storm through, but the rest of the day it's warm, it's beautiful, it's hot. You can go to the beach. It's just been rubbish. Like
Yeah.
since Christmas, since that tornado
Yes.
came through. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So
So have we've done the cards on this, right? On this, I
we can
just
do
feel
them
like
again if you
I
want
just feel
to.
like it's so much more than
Yeah.
ever. Like it's gotten considerably worse.
Yes, and remember too, I was really feeling that plasma, especially at night, when the stars disappeared for such a long time, and I could just feel this plasma. So you know, yeah, I just wonder if there's a lot more going on up there than what we know, at some level, because apparently it's been freezing over there as well, hasn't it? Like in some places in the US. I mean, people
Yeah.
were saying yesterday on the show that it was just so cold.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah. So do you want me to check again and just see what's going on?
Yeah, yeah, I want to check because it just feels like it's gotten on turbo, like way more than it was before. So
Yeah.
what's happening that,
Yeah.
I mean, is there something going on up in the skies, or I don't know,
Yeah.
just
Let's
what the
just
heck?
see. Is there something that's being worked with and whatever? Let's just see. Is there something actually going on
Yeah.
up in the skies?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, we've got the Empress card. She's the creator. So there's definitely something that's going on that is being created, and she's usually a positive card. Yep, we've got the Six of Cups. So this is something that's being offered. So I would say with those two cards that it's something that is being done not for our detriment per se, because they're very positive cards. And we've got the Queen of Wands. She's always integrity to me. So she's an action card that's integrity. So there's something going on, but I think it's something that we just don't know about. So yeah,
Get the
Seven of
same
Wands.
cards every freaking
I
time.
know. I
Every
know.
freaking time. It's the good guys. It's something's good happening. It's for the good of us or
For our
whatever.
benefit. I know there was no gnarly cards in there, and I'll get a clarifying card and just see.
Do you think it can give us time frame as far as, like, I'm not asking for a date, but
Mm.
I'm asking maybe for weeks or months, or like, I don't know. I don't know how much longer this is going to go for. But
You
you
mean
and
the
I noticed that it was after Christmas that it got
mm,
worse. It's been
yeah.
every day.
Yeah. So when you were talking then, I was just like divinating for a card, and our Page of Pentacles came up. So I don't feel it's going to be for a long, long time, because that to me means it's either a short time frame, um, yeah, and it's something sort of new as well. So yeah, Queen of Swords, and she's very direct. I don't feel this is going to be for a long, like 6 months or something at all. That's not what the cards are saying. Yeah, yeah, King of Cups. Something's just been hidden. It's something that's been hidden, and the King of Cups is that master of emotions. But to me, it's like it's not going to be a long time. It's like, yeah, It's just not. That's just what the cards are saying. So Queen of Cups, again, emotional card. So this is more us being sad or contemplating something because of what's going on. But I'm not feeling it's going to keep going on and on and on.
So do you feel like, since it's saying it's not bad, could it be, instead of us thinking it's the white hats doing something up in the air, could it be that it's just that the collective consciousness is sad or gray or
Well, that's what was coming through with the emotions. I'm really glad you put it like that. So we can just check on that and just see, is it part of our collective conscious creativity?
Yeah, and the other question there,
well,
before you pull the cards, is I just have this feeling that they put the forecast out and they make it so that we create it, because they'll be like, oh, it's going to rain Thursday. And then, all along, everybody's like, oh, it's going to rain Thursday. Oh, it's going to rain Thursday. Mm-hmm. So then it rains Thursday because we all believe it.
Because of that belief system. The death cards come up. So this is more of a transition. And I think it was even like early last year, we looked at like what was happening around the world with volcanoes and earthquakes and weather. And it did say there was going to be a lot more of tumultuous type activity, which we're seeing. I mean, look at poor Iceland with its, volcano and everything going on. And like I think someone said in there that they've got like it's -10 below, 22 inches of snow. I mean, it's huge. But it feels this is like a transition. I was also just getting intuitively that it is partially a normal, like it's part of our cycles as well. So it's a combination of things coming through. So, and when we get the Knight of Pentacles, this to me means that there's a message coming through that is truth. So it can be a combination of all of those things. Yeah, but we've got the 8 of Wands, so I'm hoping that this actually will move through fairly quickly because that's an action card.
Yeah.
So, which is what the first set of cards was saying as well. Quite unique though, that 9 of Pentacles. Remember, she's really unique. But to me, it's not negative in a way. It's a culmination. So with that Death card, it's a culmination and a transition through something.
Okay.
But it is full on. I think everyone's saying everywhere it's just this, blow up of something.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. And I wasn't going to bring this up, but since Dennis brought it up. So Dennis's partner, Michelle, passed away on the 10th. And I really want all of us to, you've already seen the power that we have here in this chat. So if you could please, everybody, send your love to both Michelle and to Dennis and any of the family that's, affected by this. And of course, she's in a better place than we are. So, like you say, she's smiling in the end for sure. For sure. Yeah. So Dennis, we send you our love, so that you can make it through this, through this time. So
it's tough. It's always the ones that like us that are left behind that it's so tough, isn't it? When you have that beautiful bond and connection. So yes, I'm really sorry, Dennis, that you've had to go through this. For anyone that loses loved ones, it's like, oh, that grief. It's really, really big. So our love's definitely with you, both of you. So.
Yes, for sure. All right. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Dennis. I wanted to bring it up, but I don't want to do it without like your consent. So I figured you would say something. So that worked. Okay. Question from Trixie. In reference to the Church of the Past, does having sanctuary and confessions really a deep state plan? Confessions is like a honeypot situation and sanctuary a self-imposed prison. So in the Catholic religion, you have to confess your sins because the priest is the only connection to God. He's the only one that can speak to God directly. So the idea is that he would absolve you, of all the things that you've done bad. Um, so the question is, does having sanctuary and confessions is a deep state plan? And I don't know if putting it as a deep state plan would make the cards come out with the right answer. So, Maree, do you think we need to change it? Um,
Yeah, look, for me, a lot of religions use that disempowerment, that aspect of disempowerment, to keep us thinking small, to keep us not knowing that we have this beautiful connection with God, just as Elisa said. And so, I mean, I think because priests are given immunity against having to say what they've heard in the confessional box. So whether it was, I don't know that it doesn't feel like that's what it was. To me, it's more about disempowerment, which has been, and division, which has been the whole plan from the beginning.
yes.
So, you know, I'll confess. I'm going to confess now to all of you. when we, because I was brought up Catholic, and when we did all of our, we had to go through our confessional and our first communion and all of this stuff. And I remember we had to do this. Then I had to do this confession thing, and I was going, I can't think of anything that I've done that I would consider a sin. As a child, I was just going, I can't think of anything. So I lied. I made something up. I was going, this is ridiculous. And so I never really went to confession, because to me it just didn't make any sense, even from when I was like 10 or 11 or whatever it was.
Me too. Same thing. It was like,
this is rubbish.
Yeah.
So, you know, if people have done something that's very deeply disturbing because they're judging themselves and they can't get their head around it, then for them that might have felt like a sanctuary to go to, you know. Whereas for us sometimes too, there was nothing between us. You were just sitting there with the priest and you could see who you were, whereas it was meant to be this pseudo like confessional where you have like a veil or a wall between you that you spoke through this little door. I mean, it was, you think about it, I'm sorry if anyone's Catholic, but to me, I just found it incredibly ridiculous. Whereas for some people, look, who knows, maybe that was a way they could have self-forgiveness in the end. Because you used to have to go off and do like 5 Hail Marys or, you know, a rosary or whatever it was to be released from your sin. So, but look, can I ask the question? Maybe what was that all an aspect of the deep state plan? Could we do it that way, do you think?
Yeah, my problem was the deep state plan. Like for the cards, who is the deep state?
Yeah, true. So was this more nefarious? Was this more for a benefit, not for the person doing the releasing, but for the other team, I suppose, is one way to do it? Was it more for a benefit for them? We can ask it that way. It's
Was it created by the Vatican, because it's a Catholic religion, right? By the Vatican, who we know is deep state.
Yep.
For negative purposes.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. Interesting. So the first one that came up is our 7 of Wands. Now, to me, this is all about maintaining our own power, fighting, like taking action that keeps us strong. We know who we are. And then we've got the 6 of Pentacles that goes with that. So this is an offering and trying to keep balance. So what they were doing, though, is they were bringing in something, because we've got the Full card that took it to a whole new place. So that was that was what they wanted to actually get rid of, was our empowerment. And it's showing up in those cards. That 7 of Wands is definitely an empowerment card. So they brought in this new way of doing something, that would actually disempower. And look, it's affecting the whole world. So this is, we know, I mean, how many countries did they go in and bring that, you know, whole religious aspect to? Oh my gosh, we've got the Empress card again. So it was creating something that was for individual disempowerment.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but it made people feel safe, because that 4 of Wands came up. So it actually acted like a safe place for people But little did people realize, to me, it was actually disempowering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But yes, it is like a self-imposed prison, Trixie. Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's what we were taught that we had to do.
Okay, and I don't hold on. Oh, okay. So Christina's saying that okay, the other night as we were looking outside to watch the storm, there were light blue round flashing lights in the clouds. First one two appeared and moving around, then like 6 and 7 just dancing in the clouds for a minute. It looked so interesting, nothing like I've seen before. Because we asked the cards if it was some good galactic beings.
That's so interesting. So, so they were dancing in the clouds. Because sometimes, Christina, I've actually seen when people use the laser or a light, and it actually can look like that as well if it's coming up from the ground. So I have seen that as well. But we can just, we can just see if it was something else. Let's see if it was something that was otherworldly. But the plasma's been amazing as well, and this is what I keep talking about. Like Christina, because I know Christina lives in Queensland, and so when that storm came through on Christmas night, we were watching the lightning for nearly 3 hours before anything happened, and it was the weirdest lightning I've ever seen in my life. It was like the sun was out sometimes, and it was just incredible. So
yeah, I've been seeing some videos about those blue lights flashing in the sky, and people are like, what is happening? What's going on? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So let's first of all just ask the question straight up. Is this is this ships? You know, because we need to know what we're actually asking about first.
Yeah. So do we want to say spaceships? So like to make it clear it's not military or like not Earth type?
Yeah, correct. So I don't feel they are, because we've got the 8 of Cups, which is walking away from something. So let's just get confirmation of that. No, it's something else that's unique, because that 9 of Pentacles has come up again. So it's something very unique that we're seeing that's coming through. Wow. And when the 10 of Wands comes up, to me, this means it's nearly finished. So I feel it's got to do with the weather that's going on, and you know, this build up of plasma or whatever it is, because that 10 of Wands tells me it's not quite finished. It's still going on, but it's nearly finished.
Okay, so it's not ships fighting each other then. It sounds more like weather related.
Yeah,
Okay.
It seems to be through the cards, Christina. I know, because like when I was watching the lightning that one particular night, I was going, everyone was going, never seen anything like it, and the colors that were coming through, it almost looked a little bit like the Aurora Borealis, you know. That one. And so I'm just going to ask, because I'm going to put that out there and say, is this an aspect of this weather and plasma and different?
Yeah, can we just ask if it's natural, right? Or if it's made, man-made or galactic made, whatever. Just, is it natural, happening naturally or not?
Is this happening naturally? It looks like it, because the King of Pentacles has come through. So he's like a master creator of reality. I'm just going to double check though, because if they're doing the spraying and stuff and it's changing the plasma or whatever, then let me just, that one wants to come out. Let me just have a look at this one. This is interesting, because again, we've got that 4 of Wands. So it's a safe place. It's actually something that, it's not nefarious. Again, it feels safe, that 4 of Wands. Wow, this is, there's definitely, it's nature doing stuff with what's been put into the air, is what I'm getting. Yep. And it's a 10 of Pentacles, which is the abundance of that. So whatever's been put into the atmosphere, it's being worked with by nature to create these shows, you know, these lights and these things, strength. Yeah, so it's a lot stronger than we've ever known. So there's something definitely going on though up there, Christina. But I feel it's actually to do with maybe more plasma than it being, craft.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
but again, you've always got to trust your own intuition, because you might have seen it and other people might not have. So it could also, be a message, be your thing. So trust your intuition with whatever you get. So, because I've seen craft, and they can really shoot across and move really
Yes.
fast
Yes,
as well.
absolutely. Yeah. Um, okay.
Yeah,
So
laser would have to shine off the clouds. Yeah, it's true. Though I've seen even a light, not even a laser, but a light that was pointed up to the clouds, and it looked like it was moving through them. But I feel this was actually happening in the clouds.
okay.
So
All right. So a question kind of somewhat related from Maple Tree. Is this Earth an enclosed system like an Eden? Is that question too broad for the cards, or you think the cards can
I can ask and just see what comes up. So we'll start with, is Earth an enclosed system per se? So is it a
almost like
system?
a terrarium?
Yeah. Yeah, are we fish? Are we little goldfish? Ah, too funny. Okay, let me just tune in. Yeah, I feel it's a lot smaller than we expect. We've got our Page of Pentacles again, and to me, this is always a small aspect when we're asking a question like this. So, and we've got our Six of Wands, so that's actually a yes. To me, that's a victory card. And then that one wants to come up. Yeah, and then we've got our Ten of Swords. So this tells me that something's been finished, though. So maybe there's been a change in it, because something's definitely finished that used to be there. Judgment there. Something's changed with it as well, Maple Tree. It's not, I feel it's maybe there's something else has changed and opened up, because that Judgment card's come up too. But yes, the cards were saying that, yes, it's an enclosed system per se.
Okay. All right. All right. Good question. Okay. So I am going to ask the main question for today. I had so many to pick from, so I wrote them all down in case we don't get any other questions. They're not connected, any of them, but so Bashar, who I follow and many, many, many other people follow, did a video where he said that reptilians were created with genetic materials from the dinosaurs, and that they mean you no harm. So, can we ask the question, were reptilians created with genetic material from the dinosaurs?
Were reptilians created? Let's just see what the cards say with this one. That one's hot. Let's just go in there. The Nine of Cups, this tells me that was what was wanted. So that was their desire and wishes. But there was some in-house arguments about it, because the Five of Swords has come up. So there were some back and forth with that. When that card comes up, it means there's some arguing going on the mental plane. But it looks like they came together with it, because that Two of Cups just wanted to come out. So there was something that was worked with, with that aspect.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So then the next question is, they mean you no harm.
Oh, this one just jumped, and they don't happen very often. So the Ace of Cups, that to me is a positive emotion. So maybe that was the intention that it was made with. So, which is really interesting. But let's just go in and double check. So we're talking about the actual reptilians. Is that right?
Yeah.
That were made.
Yep. The ones that live here on Earth.
I guess it's like everything, though. There's always negative, positive, dark light, isn't there, with everything?
Yeah. So so as you say that, I want to say, let's say 80% or more want mean you no harm.
Okay. Yep. Well, there's the Three of Pentacles, which is a contract card. So I would say that was, again, it's just confirming that that was the intention that was used, because we're asking that particular question. And you want to come out? Yeah, King of Swords. To me, this is someone that speaks truth, that has a really solid plan. So that was the plan. And let's just see if that's actually come through in truth. I mean, gosh, I think some of us have even been warped in particular lifetimes because of the situation here. So who knows, you know? So, and the Hangman's come up. So to me, this is when something it's been surrendered or it's been suspended in time. So it exactly what we were just talking about could have happened for them with they got activated, and you know, the whole system that is so corrupt pushed them out of what they were meant to be, because that Five of Pentacles says you've been pushed out in the cold, you don't feel included, you don't feel wanted. So some of them definitely went this way, but the majority, with the intention, was that they were positive.
Right. Okay. So they were created with positive intent and meant no harm, but you're saying that
there was a distortion or something. That's, yeah, look at this. Oh my God, look what flew out. I was just about to say there was a distortion of some sort, and the Tower card comes out. That flew. So there was a distortion of some sort, because not everything can be controlled, especially not in an environment like Earth.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. The next one is going to blow your mind. So he said that blue avians are an evolutionary offshoot of the reptilians.
Blue aliens.
Blue
Wow.
avians, the avians.
Well, interestingly, the cards that I was shuffling, you saw me shuffle, the cards that jumped out, again, that one, and then our beautiful Nine of Pentacles, because that's completely unique, completely able to create their own world. So these cards jumped out. To me, that's actually a very high possibility. It's a yes. But that's crazy that one jumped out again. So yeah, there's something going on with that. So when maybe that distortion happened, it went both ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's interesting when the cards do that, like when they're jumping.
Yeah, they're really jumping today, aren't they?
I know. And they're not just like falling onto the table, they're flying.
Yes. 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 Well, when he said they mean us no harm, I'm like, that's what I was like, we're gonna do the cards on this one.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a distortion.
Yeah.
Of some sort.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
intention wasn't to be harmful.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so okay, let me make sure I'm not missing any questions related to this. I'm not sure if Trixie means so WHT made the distorted. What? I'm not sure I know what that means. WHT?
Is that what?
So what made the distorted? So what made the distortion? Oh, what? Okay, so what made the distortion? Oh, she wrote it down at the bottom. Okay, sorry, Trixie.
Yes, no, that's okay. What makes it? Yeah, look, distortions can happen through frequency. They can happen through, to me, a DNA, like when we can have DNA distortions through epigenetics, which is an emotional carrying of something, and that then can affect the DNA. They could have been tampered with by something else. You know, it's, I mean, anything within our different planes, our mental plane, emotional, spiritual, physical, can change someone's whole way of being. And if that's then carried on through a line, then that can, to me, that can change a whole pattern, you know, a whole way of belief systems, a whole way of acting. So, I mean, look at people that have joined different religions that maybe some of them are really negative, aren't they? We can think of one that's very, very negative. and that then gets passed all the way down, and that's how that whole family then is. So there's
Yeah.
distortions on many levels, but definitely it can come through a trauma as well.
Oh, and also, so Maple Tree just reminded me of a question that I had, and I'll ask her a question after my question. But I had heard like people saying, "Oh no, the reptilians, they're from the dragons," and I'm like, that just doesn't like resonate with me. Like, I feel like dragons were higher dimensional beings compared to dinosaurs, right? Like, I don't know, like, so
Yeah, it's
um
I think because dragons are seen as mystical now, aren't they? They're like mythical type creatures.
yeah.
Whereas, yeah, so it was, and it's interesting. I did see something the other day about, were dinosaurs before, when there was the flood and all the rest of it, were they simply what we would now call, what we see in our goannas and lizards and all of those things that were massive? It's really, it's so hard to know with all the mistruths.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So then Maple Tree's question
Yeah.
was, were the Dracos who came to this universe actually a higher dragon beings? As far as I know, the Dracos are the higher caste of the reptilians. And we just saw that reptilians came from the dinosaurs, not from the dragons. But we can go ahead and ask
Yeah.
if you want.
So, and remember too, in every single aspect, there's always not negative, positive, dark, and light. So, we automatically put Dracos or whatever into a category and we judge them. But we just don't. I feel there's more to all of this than what we know as well.
Yeah, and it could be that the people that gave us information gave us the wrong information anyway about the Dracos. So
Yeah, exactly. So, a higher dragon being. So they had. That's actually a positive. So it's almost like they had some connection on that level. But you can get a distortion and that's what could have come to Earth. Wheel of Fortune. Just I was saying that you can have a change that then brings an aspect of the particular Dracos that decide to do things that are probably not. They've jumped the fence. They've gone probably too far with something. So, yeah. So the Temperance card has come up. So a lot of them, to me, this is saying that there was a lot of calmer ones than what we expect. I feel like I said, there's been this huge judgment because these are all really positive cards. When Temperance comes up, it means there was a change, but it was done in a way with patience and grace. So that could have been the very intention, and then it got warped. Yeah. Oh my God. Just as I said that card comes up, the devil card. So there was a distortion. That's how I see the devil card, as a distortion.
yeah,
I think it's more complicated than we will be able to maybe wrap our heads around.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what I'm getting from those cards.
Okay. So then, what do you think about the? So you're saying that the Dracos did actually come from the higher dragon beings? Is that what you were saying then?
It seemed like it because that
Okay.
Ace of Swords came up first. So there was some connection with them, is what's coming up.
Okay.
So, I mean, you look at our souls, we've probably mastered and gone through so many different realms, and we could have been connected to the higher dragon beings as well. We could have been that, but there's an aspect of us that is here now having this experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's how I see it. I just feel it's just so much bigger than what we expect.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Okay. What was my next question? Okay. My next question. Is it true that lakes were created to cover up ruins of ancient cities?
Let's see.
And this one came from Cultivate Elevate.
there could be an aspect of truth in that because our Six of Pentacles has come up first. So it's trying to keep a balance, offering something.
Mm-hmm.
So there's, this one wants to come up. Let me just double check. It's that one. Yeah. The Star. And look at what's there. There's a lake. So to me, this is, there's a purpose with it. Yeah, when this card comes through, because it's coming through from a higher realm. So it might have been done for, again, bigger reasons than we know. King of Swords, again, really powerful, having a plan. So there's a reason that it looks like it, they did do it, but there's a reason for it being done.
Yeah, of course there's a reason.
Yeah, I know.
To hold information from us.
I know, but the Seven of Wands has come up. So whether they, okay, so let's say we've come into this realm, whether it's a video game, whatever, but we have to come into it without any memory, without any knowing what's been going on before. That's why I feel this Seven of Wands has come up. This is just coming through now, is that we needed it to have this particular setting. We couldn't start on level 7. We needed to start on level 1 and go through. So it could have been just to keep it in a place where we actually got the experience that our soul came in for. It's like looking at everything and twisting it upside down. So yes, of course, it's kept the truth from us, definitely. So, but now we're at level, whatever it is, 21 or something. This stuff can be revealed.
Yeah, that's super interesting. Teresa has a question somewhat related.
Mm-hmm.
Is something being intentionally hidden by Mount Rushmore?
Okay, so what's Mount Rushmore again? Is that
is this place where the rocks were carved into the face of like our past presidents, like George Washington and?
Okay. So that's not the Hollywood place, is it?
Who's on there? I know Lincoln is on there, I think.
Okay.
I don't even
wow.
know.
All right, let's just ask the question. Yes or no question. Is something being intentionally hidden, whether it's positive or negative, it doesn't matter. We're just asked to see if there's something being hidden.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So Lincoln is on it. Okay. I thought he was.
Lincoln's on it. Okay.
But there were 4 more. It's 4 presidents. It's 4 of them.
Wow. Yes, because the Hermit cards come up to me. This is when something's hidden. It's going deep. And also the Hermit card to me, it can be a source of something higher, like having a higher connection in to beings or whatever that are very wise. So yeah, and 5 of Pentacles. So yes, we haven't been told exactly what's going on there. We've been kept out of the cold, in the cold about it all. So, but the fact, and then we've got the Hierophant. This is someone that's in a position of power and authority, and whatever comes through to the masses, they can actually filter it. That's the word. Yeah. So I would say that there is something being hidden.
Okay. So is it I don't know why I just thought about the pyramids in Egypt. I don't know why that came to mind, but is it something like that? Something major? Something?
Okay, let's see. Because so many of those have been hidden on us, right? Even like I said, even in Australia, we have so many that have been hidden. It's interesting. So let's just see. So you want to know if it's something that is a really big relevance to humanity
or to United States?
Okay. I'm getting the word humanity, so this is interesting. Yeah, King of Swords again. This fella's coming through a lot today, so this is definitely a major story because I was getting humanity, not just the US.
Oh, wow.
So there's something.
Then is the statement.
Yeah, Queen of Wands. There's whatever's gone on, she to me has integrity and intuition, and there's a little bit of magic that goes with the Queen of Wands and the action that's taken. So yeah, so there's definitely something going on there that's been hidden.
Yeah, so then it thinks it was the face because it was something else, and so in order to
hide it,
hide it, then they put this stuff on in front.
Yeah, it was certainly a big thing. It's something that they've hidden that is definitely not wanting to come out, like, and be known. It probably will, though. I just feel when that Queen of Wands comes out, to me, that's like a lot of integrity. Yeah, Three of Wands. This is looking forward to the future. So I feel in the future, this sort of knowledge, this sort of whatever's gone on there, it will be coming out for us to know. And the fact that we're even asking these questions, that's when answers come through anyway, through consciousness, and things start unfolding.
Yeah.
So these questions wouldn't be coming up unless people were ready, because the Knight of Pentacles has come up. This is someone that brings a message in our reality. So to me, the fact these questions are even getting put out there,
Yeah.
it speaks volumes.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So interesting. I wonder where that question came from.
Yeah, I don't know, but it felt, because that Queen of Wands is there. To me, there's that magic. There is something that's powerful and there as well, because they're powerful cards. King of Swords, Queen of Wands, really, they're powerful together.
Okay, so Lady Hawk is saying that it was Washington, Adams, Jefferson, and Madison.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Next question that I had was, so this theory was that this person was saying that the history or story that Africans were being shipped here in slave ships was not true. That, oh, Lady Hawk says she was just playing. Okay, never mind. Okay, so the story is that Africans, that what we call Africans, they're not Africans. They actually come from the natives that were here, that were, that are
originals. They're saying they were the indigenous here. Is that what they're saying?
Yes.
Ah, how interesting.
Yes.
Wow.
So is the story that Africans were being shipped here on ships true?
Okay, let's have a look and see.
Because then to me that means, if it's not true, that means that they enslaved our indigenous and not these Africans.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot more, I think, that went on in the US than what we know. All right. Wow, this is really interesting. I'm going to have to shuffle again because there's nothing coming through on the card. So this is there's definitely something going on here. Let me just. Okay, let's just do it once. Okay. Interesting, because we've got the Two of Swords that's come up. Now, to this sometimes says no. This can be a no card, but it can also say there needs to be more questions asked. All right, and we've got the Three of Cups, which is a celebration card. So it's like it's not that clean cut and dried, is what I'm getting. 50-50 again. It's a Two of Pentacles. So we've got the Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles. More questions need to be asked around this, but it's a 50-50. So what I was getting intuitively, when the cards weren't giving me anything and I just reconnected back in and whatever, I got told some came.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's fascinating. I don't know if people know this, but apparently the Irish were actually, similar thing happened to the Irish. They were taken, They were used as slaves, apparently, way back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, you know what I just haven't asked? It just came to mind. Also not related, but came to mind, so I'm going to ask it. So I saw that everybody in the Titanic was actually saved.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that it was a lie, and it like there's somebody was showing all the papers from that time, and every single paper said, "Oh, everybody saved." Like it was like, why have they been telling us that that's not the case?
Yeah, and I mean we know it's not the Titanic anyway, don't we? Well, it's the other one. It was the other ship, the Oceanic or something.
Oceania, or maybe Oceanic. Yeah,
Something like that, because they switched them. So let's have a
yeah.
look and see. Justice. Oh, so the Justice card has come up, but the Knight of Wands has come up. So to me, the Knight of Wands is someone that's not going in the right direction. So I don't feel that that did happen. To me, that's the Knight of Wands is definitely going in a different direction with action. So that sort of justice, I don't feel it did happen as to what they're saying. So let me just.
So I wonder if you think it was photoshopped, that the papers were photoshopped then?
Yeah, something. Yeah, because Six of Pentacles again, it's something's being offered. Okay, to keep a balance. So this is like trying to keep balance as 6. So yeah, I mean, so much the moon. Something's not right. It's that to me, when the moon comes through, there's something out of balance in the psyche. So they're putting forward something. They're trying to promote something to me that actually isn't correct. Fully, yeah. It's just the
Okay.
cards are just saying it's not quite. It's not right. There's something that's not right there.
Okay.
So, I mean, and this is the thing, like, and I was just noticing too, someone popped in there about, I'm so sorry, I've got a really noisy truck going past. Someone was saying about with all the ships and that, if they had to bring all of these, slaves over, where are they all? But then again, where are all the ships, from where they used to do the wars and all? They're just not around anymore. They're they're just not around. They're like, even if you look back, even in England and that, when they had all the ships that were going out and fighting Spanish or whatever they were meant to be doing, that they're not around either because they're wood. So they would just get stripped down, I reckon. And
they would just fall apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Olympia. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, it was the Olympia. Yeah.
Olympia. Yeah.
And well, who knows again if this is true, but do you know what the reasoning was behind that? It was actually, from what I've heard, that there were particular people that weren't interested in having a central bank. That
right.
Yeah, that one that were on the Titanic. So
yeah, but again, that's why I was asking. I'm like, okay, wait. So supposedly those people died because they wanted to
stop
it, and then now they're saying, oh no, everybody was saved. And I'm like,
no, that wasn't what the card said. No, it didn't. So
they did perish.
The ones, that the card was saying, yes, that was I love this word. That was a furphy. That was what had been said about that was a furphy. So
yeah, okay, all right. And then the last one that I saw was this actor in the US called Dennis Quaid, who was being interviewed by Tucker Carlson, and he was saying how it's 100% chance that the power grid is going to fail, and that we're going to be without power, and that means that we're going to be without water because it's the power that pumps the water to our homes, and just all this fear mongering crap. So the question is, first of all, if that's going to be true, which I certainly refute it in my reality, but
exactly. No, we've got our 8 of Swords. No, this is all just a big cover up. This is all a big keeping people in that fear cage, right? Or no, death card transition. Like, no, it's interesting. No, I'm getting definite no's. So everything's going to be fine. We've got our 3 of Cups.
Okay, so then what I want to know is if we've known Tucker to be the one that is putting truth out there, why would he put this in there?
Yeah,
Like,
why would he have him? Because there's always a strategy, you know,
yeah.
it's
So now
very
I'm like,
strategic.
wait a minute, what's going on?
Yeah, exactly. So let's have a look.
Now.
Let's have a look and see if we can get anything from the cards as to why he would be implementing that sort of information on. It's a strategy for some reason, because the Seven of Swords has come up, the Empress come up. So it is a strategy of the white hats at some level. So whether it is just to plant the seed that there could be a possible huge, like, you know, everything goes down, nothing's as safe as you think. There's a strategy there for some reason. Now, probably not for us, probably not for people that are already awake and can see over the top of the building.
Yeah.
But maybe more for others to go, well, why would that happen? Why would there be this? Why, you know, maybe it's to make people ask questions. So, you know, to actually connect in and go, why would he do that? So it's a strategy of some sort, and we don't know, I guess, what's working for the others, because that Fool card's come up. So maybe it's making them step into a new world that they haven't stepped into before. Yeah. So, yeah. So I just feel it's just a strategy that we don't know why he's done it. But nothing's done by accident. Nothing's done randomly with him.
I know.
That's why it's so interesting. So if anyone has got any ideas, or you've had a download or an insight into it, I'm just getting that it's actually for these people that are asleep that think the world's fine and fabulous and there's nothing wrong, to maybe ask questions. Yeah. So
that's so funny. We went from dinosaurs and reptilians to asking about Trump.
I love it.
We've been all over the place today.
That's great. It makes life exciting.
So then the next question is, Trump wore a white hat at his rally, not red. Is he stepping into something new? Or I think it's a calm, actually.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, let's have a look and see if it's a comm. First of all, we'll just ask, was that a basic comm? Hey, yes, I am a white hat.
Right, exactly. That's what I think.
You know, because that's a fairly, you know, Nine of Cups. This is something we desire, something that we want, something that he desires and wants to get through. Empress cards come up again. Yep, it's creating a and look at her white hat.
You could not make this stuff up.
That's so funny.
Make this
so
stuff
it's definitely, in a way, I keep getting the word, it's a reassurance. That makes sense.
Okay.
It's a reassurance, because a lot of people are going, hang on a minute, this is taking forever. This is the, you know, blah, blah. It'd probably be a lot of that going on. Yeah, Temperance. So it's all about having patience. There is change coming. Keep your emotions balanced, and that's what the Temperance card is about. Is there is change, but have some patience. So I believe that it was simply a white hat comm that you know, he's telling us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I don't think has anyone ever seen him wearing a white hat
ever. Yeah.
Never.
That's new.
No. And I was feeling because I think I got a glimpse of it yesterday, and I was going, oh, that's weird. I went, that's not him. It's just straight away. It was like, it's a double as well.
Oh.
That was my gut feeling. I don't know how everyone else sort of felt. And it was quick, because it just flashed through, and I went, it's not him. He's wearing white hat. Weird. Done. So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I did not see it, so I don't even know what they're talking about.
So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
So it's a comm. I mean, we can ask to see if it's saying that there's an initiation into something new now. That's
yeah. Let's
we could ask that as well, Lady Hawk.
Yeah. Stop it, Indy. Stop.
No, not yet, because we've got the Eight of Cups, so walking away from something. Well, so walking away from something could be part of the actual message, actually, rather than it being a no. Maybe there is something coming up, because that little tower card's popping up
Ooh.
today. So let's just see. Wow. So this again, that Seven of Wands has come up, which is really creating and keeping an individuality, or keeping something truthful, keeping something as it's wanted. So I'm not sure. It's telling me that something could be changing, but it's trying to keep the equilibrium at the same time, which is, it's interesting. So the Queen of Wands, there's integrity there. Whatever it is, there's integrity. There's it's very powerful. So we'll have to wait and see, Lady Hawk. There's a potential for something changing that could be big.
Wow.
They don't want it to, I think what I'm getting is they don't want it to be so massive and overwhelming. So it's being done with integrity.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now it's Jesse's turn.
Jasper. Okay. So what do we want to get check in with him?
What does he see in January for us?
Okay. So for us that are awakened. Interesting. So he's showing me that coming into this new frequency is actually showing me this frequency, and it's like there could be a little bit of unsettledness, because again, we're just constantly moving through. So don't be surprised if you feel unsettled, is what he's actually showing me and giving me, and I'm feeling it. I'm like, oh, okay, a little bit of unsettlement there. And again, he's saying, look out onto the horizon. Don't feel like you're sort of stuck here. Make sure you look up, look at the bigger perspective again. Just keep that going and look after yourself. That's what he's trying to say, is look after yourself, keep yourself balanced. Keep yourself, what's the word he's using with me? Happy. Keep yourself happy. Yeah. So
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly. Well, I always say that, keep your vibration high.
That's it. So, for me, again, if you're feeling like you're really anxious, or there's something going on, go into gratitude. I mean, I still can't believe how powerful that was when I just went into gratitude, like a big ramble of gratitude about everything, and then I just felt my energy lifting. So that's just such a simple way to help regain that balance.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, very, very blessed to be able to be in this group of people that we call, that we are awake, and we know what's happening, and we know what's going on. And it always feels so good to have the soul tribe together, and that we can talk things out, and be together through this. So we really appreciate you guys being here every week. We're very, very grateful. And do you have anything else?
For me, no, not that I can think of at the moment. Just I did notice Joyce say, Maree, I had a dream, because I don't think Joyce has ever been out of dreams, or remember them.
Okay.
So Joyce, throw it on next week's show. I want to know. Send me an email.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, what about you? Have you got anything coming up that's exciting, or?
Yeah, I've decided to become an American State National.
Okay.
Because I'm sending a letter to the big I, then the big R, and then the big S. And I get to tell them I'm out of the system. And when you become a state national, it's retroactive 10 years from 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm very, very excited about the process. And I'm hoping that as I learn to make this not a company, but this department that has been, keeping us under their thumb, I cannot wait to turn it around and have them under mine.
Yeah.
And so I really can't wait to, once I get it done, how, I want to teach people to how to become, get out of that system.
And is it a long process, or is it?
No, actually, it's
no.
like I can get it done in a week.
That's crazy. Wow. Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah, you'll have to keep us up to date with that one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I'm very excited, very, very excited
Good.
about the process. I should have done it a while back, but I figured because all the white hat stuff going on, I thought we didn't need to. I thought this was all going to be resolved by now.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a matter of the reason I really did it was because I wanted to tell the universe, I'm looking for a different government. I'm looking for something else. That what we have now is not working for me. Don't want it anymore. I'm going to put all my effort and all my energy into this. And so that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. So that's amazing. And that's all we can do. It is. It's actually taking steps.
Taking action.
Steps.
Yes.
Yeah. To change.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. So, well, have fun with that one.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So I will let you guys know how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds perfect.
All right, everybody. We love you. Thank you for being here. Stay high vibing, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, we will. See you, everyone.
Bye. Bye.